Hello, Jenny.
My friend, hi, it's so
Hi,
good to be
Jenny.
with you. Hi, Miriam. Thank
Nice
you.
to-
I've been listening backstage to everything, and I'm so full of ideas and perspective.
Please share with us.
Yes. Thank you, because I really I want to skip the part of introducing myself and just jump right in, but I can share a bit about that later as well. But Miriam, when you were sharing about your journey, what came to me is that sometimes we feel like we're breaking down when truly we are breaking through. And I see that with my clients, and I just had this amazing session where I can tell that there's this sense of losing control. And that's the situation that we are all in. You know, we have been through this pandemic, understanding how little control we have in this world. And also now that there's a Europe, there's a war in Europe going on, that we get to come back to caring for ourselves. And when we accept reality for what it is, and we come back to the things that are within our sphere of control, and that is actually nurturing and caring in the relationship towards ourselves, we find that sense of clarity to move forward and listen to ourselves. And that's where I find my clients right now, that they are in this frustration of recognizing that there's so much outside of our control. But then in the morning, when we wake up with the intention for our filters to be, how can I care for myself today? We start listening inward, and we find that sense of clarity to reclaim our lives and go from there. So
Yes.
I just wanted to acknowledge you for everything that you shared, and what Ashok shared also. I loved every part. Like, we get to make our compassion complete by including ourselves. And
I have a question about that. Sorry to interrupt you, because I'm craving to hear the answer. I need that answer too. I'm working on that. I have to admit, it's not a complete job yet. So I am the representation of any teacher, policeman, firefighter, of course, nurse, healthcare worker in general, right? We were raised, or at least, as soon as we got into college, we had this change in our chip that says that we need to be altruistic. Because we picked a career where we need to take care of others, and priority is others. So in medical school, what I learned is you don't have fear, you don't have pain, you don't need to sleep, you don't need to eat, forget about weddings or holidays with your family. Priority number 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, patient care. And we have been acting like that, and we went to a point that we thought that we were superheroes, right? And teachers were at that point also during COVID, right? They were supposed to be there, and of course any other first line worker. So how do you convince someone like me, right, now that I am beyond my 40s, that I have to change everything that I learned in my life, any type of effort that I committed to be the role model that they expect me to be, and you tell me no, that was wrong. You were not supposed to have your patient as a priority. You were supposed to have yourself, and now you need to change the way that you live your life. How do you convince any of us that we were wrong, and that medical education and any other training is not well done at this point?
Oh, I will quote Terry. I love quoting Terry. You don't have to. You are free. You get to. It never takes away from your life to recognize that you have everything inside of yourself. I hear you labeling yourself just as you're sharing, right? So we get to pick ourselves out of the containers and recognize that we have everything inside of ourselves. And The good news is that you are worthy. You're worthy of that sense of freedom. You are worthy of that sense of self-care and self-love and compassion. You're worthy of living a life that, you know, it's not just bare minimum, you're getting by, you're actually, you know, enjoying yourself, and you're living from not just your to-do list, but your pleasure list, right? So I love that from you, Terry, that we get to.
Thanks for the plug. You know, my wife and business partner, who's getting ready to come on, and I did a YouTube video about have to versus get to, you know, where it shows the difference between have to do things and starting from lack and stress and switching that. I get to be happy. I get to be me first. I get to take care of me first, and I'm not selfish for doing so. Because like the oxygen mask on an airplane, put yours on first so you can help people. Otherwise, not good things are going to happen. And that is really spot on about how we're thinking in this world right now with this COVID. You know, we have our heroes that this program today is all about, is really talking about, you know, massively overstressed. Miriam and I have talked about this a couple of times, where, you know, those poor healthcare workers, first responders, they just go, and they feel so bad for just taking a break, let alone going and laying down for a while, that it's causing suicide ideation and massive PTSD out there. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching this right now live, thank you for being here. And for those of you who are watching the recording down the road, please contact us. Start with yourself, okay? You're not a selfish person. There is help out here. And you get to stop and take a break, okay? Because you can't keep going. You're not robots. Even robots break down. So, you know, there's a limit to everything that we're doing. And this whole show today is all about showing tools for better coping. And I mentioned it earlier about repetitive behavior cellular regression is an excellent tool. There's another one that you can do all the time, and I call it the POTS, okay? You make a circle with both of your hands, okay? In the left side, whatever you're stressing over, you get to putting stuff in there like, I hate what I'm about to do. I don't like myself today. What I'm doing in society is not working. I'm overworking myself. All the negative stuff go in this left pot. And then when you can't think of anything else, you get to think about the opposite. I'm okay. I love me. My results of the work I'm doing is something that's going to help people. All of the good things that you think about. Now, here's what you do when you're done with both pots. You put your hands together and spread them apart, and you go, you blow them out into the universe, okay? Now, I don't recommend you doing that while you're on behind the wheel driving a car, but you get the idea. Now, why do I say blow across your hands? Cellular memory, okay? When you touch your hands with the breath, your hands remember, your mind remembers the feeling of releasing. Now, when you're driving down the road, you already have a cup here and you already have a cup here. You can do that while you're driving, and you, in your mind, blow them away.